Hello everyone and welcome to EduShaman YouTube channel. This is Amit Kumar. Some of my friends, a few of the people were asking me how this US presidential elections are held here. In your status you have put that Biden will win 309 seats even before they're a lot earlier than the election results were announced. And it's not as tough as predicting in India because the main thing in USA is that the states decide whom they are going to vote for. So what is the meaning of the thing like a state will decide, an individual is going to decide, right? See here what happens is every state would be assigned a certain number of constituencies, a certain number. Say Florida is getting 40 seats. So if and they have something called as a popular vote. A popular vote only means that if somebody gets the maximum number, the person who gets the maximum number of votes has won the popular vote. Say there are 10 crore voters in Florida and 5 crore one voter has voted for Mr. Trump and 4 crore 99,999 voters have voted for Mr. Biden. Then Mr. Trump takes all the 40 seats of Florida. Even though he has won just 2 votes more than Mr. Biden. So this is what they call, this is winner takes it all. This is why the political commentators say that the state has voted for Mr. Trump. So in India, we have a very unified system. We divide the entire country into 545 constituencies and each constituency has its own is on an equal platform with any other constituency. Like my constituency is Mangalore constituency. It is equivalent to any constituency like say Pratapgarh constituency in UP. And how people in my constituency vote, it is irrelevant. It's inconsequential. It's not going to be affected by how the people from the other parts of my state are going to vote. Say in my constituency we have voted for Shri Narendra Modi. So the Narendra Modi will get one vote, will get one seat. And say there are 28 constituencies in my state. Then the rest 27 have voted for Shri Rahul Gandhi. So Shri Rahul Gandhi will get say 27. But in USA, Shri Modi will get either all the 28 or he will get 0 and Shri Rahul Gandhi will get all the 28. So either of them will get all the seats. So the winner takes it all. So this is how it normally functions in the USA. But then again there are exceptions. This exception comes because United States is a federation. Every state is like a semi-sovereign body. It can determine its own laws. It has its own courts. It can even grant citizenship. It has its own age of consent. Age of consent is the age when it is legal for you to have sex. Or it has its own penal systems. Like say a rape is punished by 10 years of rigorous imprisonment in Florida. The same rape say is punished with 5 years of rigorous imprisonment in say Texas. The federal government, that is the central government, they cannot interfere with it. The state can appoint its own judges, but in India it's a unified system where the Supreme Court appoints the judges. Okay, in consultation with the Chief Justice of High Court and blah 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 many other things. But what the point is that in India we run by unified system, but in those states, in each state they have their election commission, which is a very powerful body. It's not comparable to the election commissions, state election commissions in India, because the state election commissions in India will conduct only local body elections, panchayat elections, which are almost irrelevant, to be honest. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this, but the powers of the panchayats in India will float because of the state, how much of power the state allows to be devolved, to be distributed to these panchayats. I'm planning to take a class on political science. When we come to that, we can discuss these things. But for now, you understand that a state is like a country in USA. What happens is, say in Uttar Pradesh capital Lucknow, they will certify that 80 seats are there in UP. So all these 80 seats will go to Mr. Trump. Or in Mumbai, they will decide, okay, all the 48 seats of Maharashtra will go to Mr. Biden. And but there are exceptions. As I said, USA has 50 states, and Washington DC stands for District of Columbia. That is the district where congressional district where Washington is located. Okay, but there are two states which are an exception to this principle, that is Nebraska and Maine. So what they have decided is they have the independence to decide how they want to distribute the numbers they have. So they have decided that we will divide our province, our state, into congressional districts. Say Maine has 5 districts. Each district, in one district, say Trump is getting the maximum votes, then that district will have voted Mr. Trump. In one district, say Biden has got the popular vote, then that district would have voted Biden. So totally they will count these districts and say 3-2, 3 for Mr. Trump, 2 for Mr. Biden. And then they will certify that in our state, three seats we have voted Mr. Trump and 2 seats we have voted Mr. Biden. Okay. So this is the kind of autonomy the states get. So ultimately they'll add up these numbers from different states, and whoever gets the majority becomes the president of United States of America. And either the left wing is happy or the right wing is happy. And if you're not happy, you can always incite the mob. So probably America, well, no political comments here. So this is how is held in United States. Okay. Okay, then you ask me, Amit, then what is this term called electors that crops up? Who are these electors? When everything is determined by popular vote, then what is the need of an elector? See, these electors are people who are nominated by those respective parties. Like say in UP you have 80 seats. So Shri Narendra Modi will go and due to Election Commission of Uttar Pradesh, his list of 80 seats, he thinks are going to vote for him. Like he would nominate 80 seats from BJP. Shri Rahul Gandhi will give his own list of 80 seats. And assume say in the election, Shri Narendra Modi will win the popular vote. These 80 people who are selected, who are nominated by BJP, would be called by the Election Commission of Uttar Pradesh, and they would be asked to vote for either Trump, either Mr. Modi or Mr. Gandhi. 99% of the times, since these people are nominated by Shri Modi, they would vote for Shri Modi or the BJP in this case. Okay. But there are certain people who may choose not to vote for their own party and vote for the other party. Like say there are 10 people out of 80 who think that no, yeah, I will vote for Shri Rahul Gandhi. I don't like Mr. Modi. These 10 people can vote for Shri Rahul Gandhi. Then you would have BJP at 70 and Congress at 10. So since USA is a federation, it's an important thing to note that how these 10 votes would be counted, whether it would be counted at all while you're tallying the total number of seats for the US presidential elections. Say the Election Commission of Uttar Pradesh says that we will not take these votes as valid votes. But say Maharashtra takes a lenient stand and says, okay, they have voted Rahul Gandhi, now we will take it. Because they have the right to choose whoever they like to choose. So every state has its own way of determining things. So there's no uniformity between the states on how they are going to deal with these electors. And these electors are going to elect their respective candidates in the state capitals and not in Delhi. They are not given any particular constituency. They are not representing a particular constituency in itself. Okay, like the person whom I elect, he is representing my constituency. But these electors are like, say, 80 electors are given for UP by BJP has nominated 80 people. They are not representing one particular constituency. They are just over there to vote for their particular presidential candidate. So you may be thinking there should be some action which is taken against these people who are cross-voting. That may happen, but the federal government cannot tell that you take this action against them or you consider their votes or you disconsider their votes. The federal government is not so powerful. In the United States, the state is more powerful. This is why the constitution you need to know how USA operates to understand these things. Okay, guys, that's all for today, and hope to see you in the next video. I'm about to start a video series on political science. I'm going to cover Lakshmikant book, which most of the UPSC aspirants read for their civil services exam. It's an interesting book. I'd like to cover that shortly, and I'd like to give you a very good idea on how the constitution works. I think it's very important we have that. And if you like this explanation on US presidential elections, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Have a nice time. Bye.